It almost feels like you're never heard in conversations, since so many individuals won't allow themselves to admit when they're wrong or are given new or better facts. What you believe to be straightforward dialogue, others may see as offensive, and what others consider courteous reverence may appear to you as demeaning. Regardless of the circumstances, we want others to appreciate our point of view. Welcome to Better Human Academy. In today's video, we will talk about 8 ways you can hold your ground in any argument. Make sure to watch all the way through, because we will be sharing a few tips to help you stand your ground and get the respect you deserve in a conversation. Number 8. Remain composed. As your self-expression skills improve, you'll also need to learn how to deal with others who try to dominate you. There will always be individuals with aggressive tendencies. If you believe someone is trying to bully you, it's critical that you maintain your composure while being aggressive. Keep your temper under control and refrain from reacting incoherently. Don't pander to them or let them intimidate you. Follow the moral path, yet maintain your stance. Number 7. Express yourself. Taking a self-righteous stand is seductive, especially if you are certain you are in the right. If you're feeling threatened, you have every right to protect yourself, especially against someone who appears to be completely incorrect. But it's crucial to fight the desire to respond emotionally. Instead, take a moment and communicate your viewpoint to them with composure. Conflicting or accusing language should be avoided. Try explaining what you mean in more detail and hearing what they have to say. Then and only then can a genuine conversation begin. Make sure to watch until the end, as we will be sharing one of the most important ways to hold your ground in an argument. Number 6. Present a logical explanation. One of the key cornerstones of building an argument is logic. It aids not only in comprehending arguments, but also determining whether or not given justifications are sound. You won't win over your audience with an illogical argument. Furthermore, your opponent may identify your flawed reasoning and exploit it as a weakness. Keep in mind that if the other person doesn't understand what you're saying, you won't be able to assert your sentiments or opinions. This implies that you must be aware of your intended message. Do not speak if you are unsure of the point you are making. Do not stray from the subject at hand, and state clearly what you intend. Number 5. Pay close attention to your adversary. Many people ignore their opponent's arguments and presumptuously agree with them since they are so intent on saying what they will. However, to hear things clearly, pay close attention. You will discover holes and defects in their perspective, and you will occasionally hear something novel and enlightening. Try to avoid debating only to see if you can. It's best to concede if your opponent makes a good point, but then counter it with something stronger. This helps you appear rational. Number 4. Use the appropriate tone. Using a more gentle tone shows the other person that you are not trying to provoke an argument. They do not interpret your words to be impolite or confrontational. A tone of calmness is also pleasant in the ear. It is difficult to become enraged with a person who speaks politely. In addition, it pushes the other person to pay closer attention so they don't miss what you're saying. Contrary to popular belief, you can be assertive while still retaining a soothing tone. In fact, speaking in a gentle tone shows that you have complete conviction in what you're saying and don't need to yell to get your point across. Number 3. Try to put yourself in your opponent's position. Examine the viewpoint of the other individual by assuming their position. This enables you to see and comprehend any flaws in your own argument. It's possible that you'll agree with the premise of your opponent's argument, but have strong reservations about how they plan to defend it. Putting yourself in another person's position would enable you to view your opponent's situation as if it were your own, and consider what you would do if you were in that circumstance. It would make you more empathetic and receptive to others' perspectives. As stated by David N., you just need to put yourself in someone else's shoes and then see how they feel, and then you will understand why they are reacting or why they are behaving the way that they are behaving. We need to be fair. Number 2. Ask questions. To maintain authority over an argument and leave your opponent scrambling for responses, you need only master the art of the well-posed question. For example, you could ask, "What evidence do you have for that claim?" to cast doubt on his arguments. You may offer hypothetical questions that extend a trend and create problems for your opponent. Another good technique is to ask your opponent a question designed to calmly agitate them, such as, "What is it about this that makes you so angry?" Make sure to check out the rest of the videos on our channel, like and comment on this video, and remember to subscribe to never miss a video. Number 1. There is always a point of agreement. Never assume that there is zero room for compromise or common ground. Even the most contentious issues typically have a middle ground on which people can agree. Two executives can differ strongly on the best way to expand their company, but they can still agree that expansion is necessary. Even if a couple is at odds over one partner's excessive spending on what the other sees as frivolous, they can likely agree on the importance of saving for the future. As said by Barack Obama, "I absolutely think it's possible for us to find common ground." Finding consensus everywhere can take some skill, but it all happens for the betterment of everyone. It is important to keep in mind at all times to avoid making an argument personal.